Hi, welcome back to Chef Maxwell's Kitchen. We're here at the Hampton Roads Agricultural Research and Extension Center, and we're playing with food in a greenhouse. What a wonderful environment to cook. We're having some fun with fresh vegetables that are on the edge of the season. They're not quite, if you're growing them in your garden, you probably don't have access to most of these yet, but we're growing them in a greenhouse environment that extends the season. What we're going to make today is pasta Primavera. Now, Primavera means first of spring or best of spring. I'm going to go ahead and put some butter down in this pan and let that start to cook. And I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. And let that start to sizzle and pop a little bit. All right, and I'm going to add these onions. So in go the onions. And I will stir that around a little bit. Now, this doesn't take very long, but what I've done is set myself up for success by blanching these vegetables ahead of time. I'm going to add some cherry tomatoes, right, and let them simmer just a little bit. All right, I'm going to season this with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. It doesn't matter what vegetables you use. Like I said, I've got a whole wide variety of them here, but I've got some interesting ones for Primavera. I've got some soybeans, good Virginia soybeans. These are fresh, not the dried ones you see, but I think they're called in the grocery store edamame. Right? I've got some black-eyed peas, nice fresh Virginia black-eyed peas. Right? And I'm going to add some garden peas. Let that stir around. Now I got some big chunks of onion in there, but I'm going to add a little bit of fine diced onion too. I don't want that to cook too much. That's going around there. I'm going to take some broccoli. Toss that in. And I've got some asparagus. Going to cut that up into bite size, toss that in. Some baby carrots, and I'm just going to leave these whole. All these have been blanched. I dropped them down into boiling water, put them into ice water to chill them down. I'm going to start adding a little bit of herb. Got some Italian parsley here. I'm going to leave it a little bit on the big side. Put that in. Okay, these are just about perfectly done right now. I'm going to add a little bit of blanched snow pea pods. These got to go in last because they're very, very delicate. And all we want them to do is get hot. All right? Now, in goes our pasta. I'm using linguine here, but you can use angel hair, or you could use some of the larger, more durable pastas like rigatoni or mostaccioli or fusilli. Any of the pastas except the very, very tiny ones will work good. All right, now that's getting nice and hot. I'm going to cut the heat down some. You just want the pasta to get back in there. All right, want the pasta to get hot. Season it again with a little bit more salt, a little bit of pepper. And now, you can add a little bit of stock or a little bit of white wine, dry white wine. I'm going to use a little bit of stock. This is just a little bit of chicken stock, but in the grocery store now you can buy vegetable stock, you can buy fish stock, you can buy beef stock, you can buy all of that stuff in the grocery store. This just moistens it, it helps it get hot. Now it's time to add some of the more interesting herbs. And I got some beautiful thyme here. Now you can use pretty much any of the summer herbs, but try and keep it to about 2 or 3 different kinds. All right? That way you don't get a muddy, confusing thing. So in goes the fresh thyme. Let's pick some basil leaves here. I love basil. I'm going to cut that up a little bit. And that's going to go in. And toss that around. And add some Parmesan cheese. This is a grated, shredded style Parmesan cheese. We'll let that just get a little hot while I get my plate. All right, got this beautiful oval platter I'm going to use for this dish. Just gorgeous. Give those herbs a chance to work. All right. And out it comes. I'm going to fill this plate with those colors. Don't want to overfill the plate. Want to make sure that there's enough on there. So we're going to use a little bit of time on this. All right, to give it some top dressing. We're going to sprinkle it with some toasted pine nuts. And we're going to take a little bit more of that Parmesan cheese to go over the top. And there we go. That is just a beautiful, beautiful dish. All right. Pasta Primavera. Pasta with the vegetables from the first of spring. Remember, here at Chef Maxwell's, we always play with our food. But it's better if the food is safe, fresh, and locally grown. For more delicious recipes using Virginia-grown fruits and vegetables, contact Lisa Lloyd at the Virginia Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services at 102 Governor Street, Richmond, Virginia, 23219.
Chef Maxwell's recipes are listed on the Save Our Food website at saveourfood.org.